Guys, hold on. Hey,
Hey, what's up?
good. I'm so sorry I'm late. You know how this IG live situation is. You click and then
No,
like
no, no, I get it. I get it.
you switch between accounts and all that jazz. How are you? You look
I get it.
gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. So do you. I'm good.
Thanks,
Thank you so
girl.
much.
You look fab. How's your quarantine going so far? Also, wait. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Of
Before I
course.
get into all the
Of
questions,
course.
I know all your fans are really excited to kind of catch up with you. But yeah, how's your
Aw.
quarantine going?
It's good. It's been interesting. I've been trying to weed whack my way through a list of tons of movies that I'm trying to watch. I've been trying to learn French, which has been quite unsuccessful, but then I've been hanging in there, just trying to keep busy and like do what I can and play with makeup. I don't know. We're all just trying to like figure out what to do in this weird time. So yeah, I'm trying to just stay sane.
No, I love that. I mean, I wanted to do the whole French thing. I was on this app called Duolingo, and honestly, like,
Same. That's how I was learning.
I've slacked. I haven't closed open the app. I downloaded
Oh
it
no,
once and then.
I had a 35-day streak, and then the second I went one day and didn't do it, I lost. I haven't opened it since. So I've been slacking tremendously.
But 35 days was so good. I'm telling you, I haven't
I
even
know.
clicked on it like
I
since.
know.
I've literally left it in the corner.
I was
So,
really proud of myself, and then I let it go, and I am now disappointed. And I know all I really know how to say is "you are a cat," which I don't know how helpful that's going to be in my daily life, but "tu es un chat." That's what I know how to say. That's what I've made from Duolingo. So thank you, Duolingo, for teaching me, how to say
new,
you're a cat.
new single name, maybe? I don't know. Random.
Maybe.
Few t-shirts, few merch.
Yeah.
You mentioned like films and stuff. Like, what's been like your go-to thing, like watching and stuff like that? Give us some tips because I've been going on the Netflix hole too.
Oof. I love like okay, this sounds kind of stupid, but my favorite thing to do is to literally go through like the worst horror movies and just watch the trailers for them. Like I just love watching horror movie trailers. I don't know
Mm.
why, but yeah, I mean like it's just like a fun rabbit hole to go down. I haven't really watched like I'm trying to think of new movies I watched. I watched this one called Vivarium, which has like Jesse Eisenberg in it, and it's a super cool plot. It kind of disappointed me slightly, like wasn't really that fire, but it was a really cool concept that I don't think was executed that well. I'm a really harsh critic though, like if I'm being real. And then
Yeah.
I started that one on Netflix called The Platform. I don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I have. I
It
haven't
looks
watched it
crazy.
yet.
Looks crazy. I didn't. I started it and then I stopped, but it looks insane.
I'm such a scaredy cat, so I'm just like I see one trailer. It doesn't even matter if it's rubbish. Like I just believe in everything. I'm like, oh
Oh,
my god.
I love horror movies. I love horror movies.
Have you been like doing any like snacking, any quarantine snacks? I'm an M&M's girl. I always say this on live. What's been your thing?
Mm. Sour straws. Like the like I don't know what the real word for them or is the brand or whatever, but like those are my addiction. It's really bad. I'm obsessed with the sour straws.
I love like the little ones you kind of shake into your mouth and then it goes like those
No, those
ones.
are pixie sticks. No, the ones that are like
Oh,
I could get them. But basically, I was at the grocery store and there was like a box of them. Obviously, you know how they have like candy, and I was
yeah,
like, "Can
yeah.
I buy the whole box?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure. Like if you want
Sure.
to." I don't know what they're called, but they're just like yeah, they're sour straws. They're just I don't know, man. I don't know, but
I'm
they're
gonna,
really good.
I'm gonna, I'll check it out. What's been your quarantine playlist in terms of what have you been listening to at the moment? What's been keeping you sane actually for being real? Like, what's been helping you through this whole time?
Um, I don't know. I mean, that's definitely a tough question. I think that it's fair to say that
Mm,
like I've had my bad days. I've had the days that I haven't been sane, and I've been really like missing my people and my friends. I haven't seen my best friend in like 2.5 months, and
um,
it's been so hard to like go this long without her. Luckily, I think she's coming to stay with me in like next week, but um, it's just yeah, I don't know. It's just been like it's been weird, and I've been saying to everyone, I think that it's important that we like accept the fact that some days are going to kind of suck and be really like tedious and boring and I think that as great as it is to tell everybody that we should stay positive and go on a run and
mm,
da 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 that's great, but like also it's okay
be
if you want to
real.
like stay in bed and like be sad and miss your friends and your family and whatever. Like I think that it's also completely okay to like feed into the days that might not feel so good.
I'm happy you said that because I feel like a lot of your fans are obviously younger. They're going to benefit from that because you go on Instagram and everything's like so perfect, and it's like, I just did 5K this morning, and you're like,
Oh
well,
my
I
god,
did.
no. Literally,
Like,
they're like, oh my God, I
I'm
just ran 6
crawling.
miles and I just like drank my green juice. And like, I'm like, okay, well, I literally have been sitting in bed, like
Yeah,
eating
literally.
bacon for the past 48 hours. So,
And with all those like sour straws as well. I'm sure you have.
exactly.
I wanted to kind of take it back just a bit, just to talk about how old was you when you realized you wanted to do music? Do you remember?
My mom always jokes and says that I came out of her singing. That's like her favorite thing to say. So, I don't remember a time where it was like, oh, I love music. It's always just been a part of me, and I feel like it's been like my outlet to kind of escape, and like it's been very therapeutic and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, no, music has always been a part of my life. There was never a moment, like a defining moment, that I was like, oh, this is like what this is part of me. It was always just like it was like oxygen to me always.
I love that. I love that analogy. In terms of just like,
See, my mom just commented and said birth. Like she
oh, wait,
literally like
damn, I missed it.
she just said
Hey,
birth.
Mama
Like
Bear. um, I was also going to ask you, like, obviously, you kind of got into the spotlight so young, like you were 12. How's that been just juggling with that? I think people see how gorgeous you are, how talented you are, and they say, oh, yeah, she was found on YouTube, but they don't see like the graft behind it. They don't see the bad days, like you said, the good days. I think people, it's good to kind of talk about it, and I want, the fans watching here to kind of just know that side of you. How was it dealing with that at such a young age?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was definitely a struggle. I think that at the beginning it was a little bit more like sunshine and rainbows, and I was a bit oblivious to like maybe things that were
Mm-hmm.
going on behind my back. And like hate, for some reason, when I was super young, like 12 and 13, it didn't get to me as much. It was a little bit more like I was disconnected from it. I don't know how to explain it, but then as I got older and I think I started getting insecure and dealing with like, my own personal struggles, that's when it became a little bit more difficult for me. And yeah, I mean, it was not easy always, ever. I mean, like I've gone through a lot of really, really tough stuff, and it's tough to also forget like the bullying or hate aspect of it. It's really tough
Mm-hmm.
to not be able to make mistakes as a human being and as a young human being. I mean, like you said,
Exactly.
I got discovered when I was 12, 13. So for me to not be able to make mistakes without having scrutiny from like it feels like the whole world, that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely like super difficult, and that definitely took a toll on me. And like my friends joke, and they're always like, yeah, you were definitely stunted emotionally at like 13. Like you for sure like weren't able to grow. And like I've obviously made light of it, and I am like I take therapy really seriously. I do a lot of like productive conversations about this kind of stuff, and I think therapy has like a super bad like stigma attached to it, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
hopefully like inspiring people to make it a little bit more normalized. But I've done a lot of work with myself and like had to kind of accept the fact that I've gone through life a lot differently than the normal person, and
Yeah.
I'm just trying to kind of in any way that I can hopefully change some people's perception on artists, celebrities, whatever you want to call it. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that it's fair to like scrutinize people for mistakes, especially as kids. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's a big conversation that is obviously could be talked about for hours, but my main point about it is that I just feel like, yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
I was definitely not able to make mistakes without, getting backlash from a lot more
Everyone, yeah.
people than I should have.
No, I love how you answer it because it's just so open and it just shows how authentic your music is. Because even when I was listening to it back and going through old stuff, you can just hear in your lyrics how open you've been recently. And I'm sure all the fans are super, super important. I mean, so super excited for live support, which I know I am too.
Oh, thanks.
Tell us about creating the album. And just obviously it's not out yet, but I
Yeah,
do want to put
sadly.
up this while you talk about it too because this was a vibe. Give me 1 second, girl.
Oh
Looks,
my God, I
honey,
didn't
the
even know you
looks,
could do
girl.
that.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
we do
you.
it all here at Wonderland. So tell us about it.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah, well, so man, I mean, we've been creating the album for over a year, and it's been done for a while. Now we're actually going into the studio again to like not add to it because it is done, but like just we just love making my team and I are like all super close, and we love making music. So we're just gonna get in hopefully whenever we can and make more music. But I don't even know where to begin. I mean, like we definitely had a lot of like mental work to do with me, and like I say that because I don't. This was a you can say this is sort of a breakup album, but it really was like a
Mm,
mental health journey album for me, and like I am excited for people to hear it because I feel like it's my outlet that I'm able to finally tell my story the way that I want it to be told, and I feel like my story has been told for me a lot, and it's just exciting for me to finally actually be able to tell it myself. and be open. And there's a lot of things that I've gone through that I don't really feel comfortable sharing yet, because I feel like sometimes music speaks louder for me than my words do. And like I'm like a little scatterbrained, like I don't really formulate every sentence perfectly. But when when I put a song out, obviously it had been like well thought out. So I'm looking forward to, obviously it's intimidating and a bit scary, but I am looking forward to being able to, finally discuss things that have been, really personal, and things that I haven't felt the ability or like the confidence to. And I think this album is really going to give me that boost of confidence in order to be able to speak about things that I have otherwise not been confident or, able to.
I love that. And in terms of just the whole project life support, you touched on this about your mental health journey, but it's also about relationships as well. Just for any like young people watching this, because I think being young and being in relationships, whether they're serious or whatever it is hard. And for you, it probably would even be harder, obviously being in the spotlight. But what advice would you give to just anyone watching that might be in a situation and like they kind of want to get out of it, they just don't? They can see this is not good for them, but they're kind of still in it. What would you say to them watching now?
It's so tough. I mean, like, listen, like, I feel like we've all been there. We've all had those moments and those experiences, relationships, friendships, even. Like, there's a lot of toxic friendships out there, whatever. But what I would say, as someone who's been through it and someone who's gotten out of it, I would say just be patient with yourself. Like, that's the best advice I could probably give, is like, you gotta just try to be patient and not rush. Like, it's completely normal and okay to like go back and forth with how you feel, and like you don't need to cut cords right away, and it's not like a snap decision. Like, I think you just got to be patient with the situation and with your heart, and like unfortunately we can't always control how we feel. And so I think just being patient with yourself and like taking it day by day is probably the most important thing. And knowing your worth in every aspect is just like, it's a journey. And like once you come to it, and once really like your worth, that changes the whole game. And like for me, that's kind of where I've been lately, where I'm just like, I know that I deserve the utmost respect and love, and someone to hear me and make me feel seen. And that's the things that I value in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship or, a real relationship. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's some good advice, girl. That's some very good advice. And also, you co-write and produce a lot of your music. Why was that so important for you as an artist? Because you could kind of get songs sent over and you just sing and just be gone with it, kind of thing. Why is that production level being so personal? Why is that so important to you?
Well, I think that firstly, I'll say that I've been really blessed to have a team that has been open to collaborating with me. I've been, like you said, I've been doing this for a long time, and there's a lot of people who would never give me a co-producer credit or like co-writer credit, because I'm the artist, and that's not always the usual. But my team has been so amazing, and they've been so cool about, like, if I, let's say, came up with this idea, they're gonna credit me on it. And I think that that's so awesome and sweet. And I mean, it was definitely important to me though, because this is my album. This is like something I've worked for so long, and for me it's just like, I want to be involved in every single aspect of it, and I want people to know that I was involved in every single aspect of it. And there's nothing wrong with cutting demos or getting songs sent from other people, but for me, with this album particularly, I wanted to make sure that this was all like real experiences that were particular to me and my story. And I'm really just grateful that I have a team who's been so amazing and able to like help me get all that stuff out.
It seems like you've got a good system, like support system around you as well. I kind of wanted to also pull up this vibe.
Yeah.
Tell me about this video, because this is just so gorgeous.
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Selfish is definitely my favorite thing I've put out in regards of like my video, my song, everything about it I think has been like my favorite experience so far. And it's just because it was like the most honest, it was the most real, and it was definitely like, I don't know, it was a big stepping point for me, and it was a big, like, it was such a big turning point, and it's something that I am just really proud of. And the video, I came up with this idea that I wanted to kind of reference the Alice in Wonderland theme, where the Wonderland scene where she's crying and then she like shrinks and then she's like swimming in her tears. That was my main idea. And then because we had the video being shot only 2 weeks before it was supposed to be out, there was too much VFX to go on with all that stuff, so we decided to just kind of strip it down and have this like weather simulator type thing. That was like the main idea. And so yeah, I mean, like I think it turned out amazing, and I'm super glad. We didn't even mean to get the cover art for the album on that day
Mm.
either. Like we shot a bunch of photos, and that was supposed to just be the selfish artwork. And then when I saw that image, I was like, this is the album artwork, like for sure. And yeah, I don't know, it just felt right. Like it just clicked.
I love. And in terms of just like when you're creating and just living, when are you most inspired?
Um, That's tough. I mean, that's a really loaded question. I would say that I'm always inspired by things like constantly, and I'm always seeing. I get inspired also a lot by like movies or like
Mm.
experiences that other people might have. I'll see something go on in the street or like an argument between a couple, and I'll be like, "That's cool. I want to write about that." It's not always things that are always just like to me, and
Mm.
I don't know. I get inspired by literally anything.
I love that. And in terms of like musical collaborations, do you have like a dream collab, or is that telling us too much?
Yeah, no, I mean that Daft Punk is my number
Yeah,
one, and Tame Impala is like close runner up.
guys.
So those are definitely my two ideals for a collab for sure.
And also, I want to quickly say congratulations because you have hit a few accolades. Well, a few is an understatement. 1 billion streams.
Yeah, I
Like,
just recently.
sorry to cut you. Where was you when you heard that you got the news? What was you doing? How did you feel? Like, did you celebrate? Did you have a party? Like, that's mega.
It's really weird. You start to get like desensitized to certain things, which is like quite strange. And I mean, yeah, I was definitely like shocked. That number sounds just so crazy and like
Mm.
unrealistic, and it's the fact that it is real. And there's been that many people who have actually like listened to my stuff is just so mind blowing to me, and I'm just eternally grateful. And I just feel like it's a never ending like mind blow. So I don't really even know. I don't even have words to like say how crazy it is. So I'm just grateful. That's all I can really say.
Well, no, congratulations on that. I want to
Thanks.
get into more, like fashionable questions. And obviously, you are a previous Wonderland Wonder Babe. Throwback
Yes.
Thursday. This was one of our covers we did 2 years ago. Shot by Jeremy Scott and styled by Ariane Phillips. How is it to
Hmm.
work with Jeremy Scott? And just, do you love fashion? Like, is it a dream?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I'm not going to credit myself and say I'm like the most fashionable ever, but
Yeah.
that shoot in particular, I mean, like working with him was such an honor, and he's obviously so iconic in every way, and like it was just really really honorable, and I was very taken back that I was chosen to be the one who was doing it, and yeah, it was just an amazing experience, and I try to be really open minded when it comes to fashion stuff, and I like to
Mm.
trust people who know better than me, which is obviously people like him and people like Ariane. So I was like, okay, you guys know what you're doing, and so they did it, and it came out great. I mean, yeah, like I love these photos so much. It was so awesome.
Do you like enjoy the modeling aspect of like your job in general?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's all so fun. It's all just like part of the experience.
Do you have like a dream fashion collab that you would want to do?
Ooh, that's tough.
Quite a trick question. So many.
Maybe a collab. I mean, like Chanel, I guess.
Oh, yes, girl. Keep it expensive, honey. And then also, you've had some mega red carpet looks as well. I kind of want to pull one up, which I loved. Oh my god, you have to tell me about this dress, sis, at
Oh
Cannes.
yeah. Wait, okay, I'm gonna butcher the name of it. I don't want to butcher the name of it. It's
I think it's George's Habeska, I believe.
That's how you say it. That's how you
Yeah,
say it.
girl, you got
I'm so bad with
it.
pronouncing it.
Same. I
That's
have
how
to
you say
pronounce
it.
it 5 times. Don't worry, girl.
And that's my favorite red carpet look I've ever done. That was in Cannes, and that was last year, and it was so like I can't even begin to explain. Like I've never felt like such a princess. Like that dress just made me feel so beautiful and like elegant, and it was just so fun, and it was such an honor to be like even walking that carpet. And yeah, I mean it was like that carpet is definitely like undefeated.
Honestly, it's so mega. But my question was that heavy to wear? Because it's so huge, and you look
No,
effortless.
no, it really wasn't. It was literally like feathers. So it was actually super light. It was not hard to move in at all. It was like actually super fun to wear. I didn't want to take it off.
And I'm gonna pull up this as well, which is hot tamale girl. This was hot.
Oh, that was at the Brits. Yeah, that was at the Brits.
I
Thank you.
love, I love, love,
You
love. Have you ever had any like red carpet moments that has been like funny, or any times when you've been like I don't know, like I've had a few stories where people have had like their zip break like 5 minutes before, and they're like holding the dress the dress together and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I think that I've had some weird moments for sure. I'm trying to think of one in particular. Oh, I mean, like, this is kind of stupid, but I remember I got halfway down. I forget what carpet it was on, but I got halfway down the carpet and I realized that my makeup artist forgot to put a mascara on me. And so, and like, that might not sound like a big deal, but it really does change your makeup
No,
look
but your eyes
completely.
open up, girl.
And I was like, oh my God, I have no mascara on right now. And I definitely look so crazy. And then the photos came out and I was like, I literally look so weird and like blatantly have it looked like I had no makeup on. And it was not a vibe at all.
Also, this was a vibe. That does sound like a nightmare because I agree with you. Mascara on eyes opens your eyes completely.
Yeah, it changes the whole thing.
But also, tell me about this look, girl, because this was a lot. Okay, this was everything.
Thank you. That was at my birthday party. That was my 21st birthday party. That was super fun. I mean, okay, so I had this idea that I was like 21, gonna be like a flapper Vegas kind of
Yeah,
carnival vibe. And so my stylist just like made this for me. We got a
yeah.
sketch made and we mapped it all out. And it was definitely like, I don't know. So it's actually funny. When I first came up with the blue idea, it was because of the fact that I was like, what can I make a theme for my birthday party? Because I really like themed parties. I think they're super fun. And I was
Yeah.
like, I want to do a color, but what's a color that's not done often? And I was like, let's do blue. I had no idea that my birthstone is actually aquamarine, so it worked out really well, and I got
That's
really lucky. And
perfect.
my friend was like, "Why is your birthday party theme blue? Like, what does that represent?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then she was like, "Do you not know that March is aquamarine?" And I was like, "Wow, that
He
just
was like, oh my God, it was
saved my ass."
fate.
Yeah,
Do
literally.
you have any like personal style like icons that you kind of love? Any people that you kind
um,
of look at?
Rihanna, I would say, is definitely like style queen to
Queen.
me. I think that oof, there's so many people. I love Hailey Bieber style. I love man. I honestly look to men a lot for style inspiration. I mean, I
Mm.
love just how like boys dress. I'm trying to think of guys. Shia LaBeouf has like some crazy outfits. I'm into his outfits.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. His like grocery run outfits always just like so mismatched but so good. So like off
yeah,
duty and
like I
just
love
random
that.
as
I
hell.
love that. Yeah.
And in terms of just like self-care and stuff, like what are the kind of things that you do just to kind of keep yourself sane?
I just, I mean, like I said before, I just try to be patient with myself. Like, there's
Mm,
nothing that's better than just being able to like calm yourself down, take a deep breath, like just center yourself. So any way that I'm able to kind of like disengage with maybe
mm.
social media per se, is when I'm able to center myself and like just remind myself of what's really important and my health and focus on my breathing. And it's just, yeah, all those kind of things are super
No,
important
I
to
love
do.
that. But also, girl, your skin looks so good, so we need a few tips there. Like, what's your
Thank
I don't know
you.
if you're sitting next to a window or something, but what's your like
Oh,
little give us a little top tip that a little top secret one.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. This is not the normal for me. Quarantine has definitely done my skin good, and it's not always like this, so I appreciate that. But I honestly like I'm starting to believe that like the less you do skincare, the better your skin is. I'm gonna get attacked for saying that, but like I have like
No, what
not
happened?
like been doing my regimen as much as I have been, and my skin's better. And I'm like, is skincare a scam? Like, what's going on? And I don't know. I also believe that a lot of it's hormonal and a lot of it has to do with stress and what you're eating. So
Yeah.
that could also play into it. But like, I don't know. I feel like we've all seen that meme that's like me with my $500 skincare routine and I have like full pimples. Then it's like my boyfriend with the Dove bar that he uses on his balls, and it's literally
Yeah,
like his skin's
literally.
perfect. And I'm like, that's so true, and it's so fucking funny. And I'm just like, that's literally something that I feel like every girl can relate to, and it's just so true.
And that's a good tip because I sometimes go a bit crazy with the skincare. I'm definitely obsessed with buying any and
Girl, your
everything.
skin is perfect too. What are you talking about?
Oh, girl, just fishing for
Perfect.
a compliment. Thank you,
Perfect.
girl. No, thank you. Also, just before a few more, what would be like a perfect day off for you? Like, do you go to the beach? Do you like chill with your friends? Like, what's your perfect day off?
Yeah, I love the beach. I would say I'd probably just spend it like at the beach in the sun. I love the sun. I love water. So swimming in the ocean or like just by someone's pool, I feel like is probably my ideal day.
Do you have like anything you're like super excited about when quarantine is over? Or up what the
Yeah,
comments? We don't know
yeah, I
girl.
would say that Filming music videos again. I miss filming and stuff, and like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there any like particular place you'll visit after quarantine as well?
Um, I don't know. Probably like the UK, I assume.
Everyone's like, ooh, London. And then just lastly before we go, kind of a big question, but answer it how you will. Like, what's one thing you kind of learned about yourself during this quarantine time?
I've definitely done like a lot of introspection, I would say. I mean, like
Mm,
that's I will be honest and say that I feel like I rely on a lot of my like dopamine from other people,
mm,
and it's been interesting to not be able to do that. I mean, particularly when I was staying in New York with my family, like I spent most of my day in my room by myself, and it was tough at times. You know, when I feel
mm,
anxious or sad or whatever, like it's hard for me to self-soothe without other people and without the help of my friends or with like, you know, other people's energy and whatnot. And so for me, it's definitely been it's been a double-edged sword. It's been like really tough, but at the same time it's been really,
mm.
really nice to be able to finally like learn how to self-soothe and like calm myself down and just, you know, center myself alone and not have to always rely on other people. Not to say that I haven't like been FaceTiming with my friends nonstop and making sure that
Yeah,
like they keep me in
all
check a
good.
little bit, but like still, you know, not having to rely on other people for your happiness, I think is important that we all learn a little bit.
I think that's a perfect way to end this, and I think it's perfect advice for all the fans watching. I mean, former cover star, former Wonderland babe. Thank you so much for joining me this evening,
Thank
and then
you.
also stay positive. And we are
Thanks, babe.
excited for live support. We're excited for all the music that you've got coming up too, and I'm sure everyone in the
Thank you.
comments is too.
Thank you
And
so
thank
much.
you for joining me, Madison, and it's lovely to speak with
I
you.
really, really, really appreciate that. And you stay safe as well. And I hope that you're staying positive. And I know this is a hard time. And I hope that you're hanging in there. I know that you have a friend in me if you ever need one.
Oh, girl, thanks, girl.
And thank you. Thank you.
I'm
And love you
catching these
guys. Thanks
kisses.
everyone for watching. I'll see you guys soon. And I hope to get my album out whenever I fucking
Yes,
can.
we're waiting, sis. We need it now.
I know.
Bye.
Bye, babe. Thank you
See you later.
again. Nice meeting you. Bye.
That was Madison Beer, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. I've been Tony Blaze. I'm editor in chief of Wonderland Magazine. Such beautiful advice. But yeah, you can follow me on Tony Blaze, ToniBlaze. Have a good morning, afternoon.